The days since then have passed so quickly that time seemed to slip through my fingers like water. Every time I try to talk with Shizune, she's been out running errands with Shizune. I feel as if she's avoiding me. I'm not surprised though. We fucking came inside Shizune. In the motherfucking guest room. In her motherfucking house. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Katawa Shoujo. This is the Shizune path. The second run of Katawa Shoujo as well. I am your host of the most. CDP is known as CezrDaPleazr. We grew a lot closer with Shizune. Very close, I might want to add. We fucking came inside Shizune. In 9 months, we'll be a fucking father. I'm just saying. So, I better see some fucking belly growing or something. Although, to be fair, maybe it was on a fucking... I don't fucking know. Okay, it's anime. Of course, it bothers me, but I think the way she's acting seems pretty natural. Then again, it's not like I've been through this before. You know what's weird? Okay, I need to clear something up. That whole shit that I used to see in fucking movies as growing up, right? Where, oh, this couple has sex. And then the next few days of high school, it's fucking weird and awkward, and they don't want to fucking see each other. It's just like, what the fuck that's not real. I've never experienced that, personally. So, I don't think that's accurate if you were trying to fucking avoid each other. That's just weird. Fucking... I don't know. Maybe movies gotta be weird for shit like that. I don't fucking know. I don't make movies. Of course, it bothers me, but I think... Wait, what? I think the way she's acting seems pretty natural. Then again, it's not like I've been through this before. Hey, Misha. Whenever I can't find Shizune, I end up running into Misha, and when I do ask her to help me with my signing, however, she always ends up squirming out of it. We're leaving out today, so I'm determined to not let her escape this time. Once we head back to school, we're probably going to be having to start grinding through more student council affairs in preparation for school restarting. I want to brush up on my signing as much as possible by then, even if it's a day's worth. Come on, it's pretty much just a couple of sign language conversations. You do that all the time. Actually, you're doing it right now. Really, Chan? That's funny. Misha temporarily stops her unconscious signing in order to weave her hands in front of her face in denial, and then quickly resumes gesturing everything the both of us are saying to no one in particular. Maybe it's just, practice for her. Chan, you're so persistent. Suddenly being interested in sign language again. It could be that Chan wants to make a career out of it. That's not fair. That was my idea first. Oh, really? Interesting. You should be more careful with Chan. Times are changing quickly. By the time I decided I wanted to be a sign language interpreter, they had cell phones that people could type out a whole paragraph on. It's amazing. It's not very good for me, though. As if she knows that another deferral isn't going to cut this time, Misha changes her tune pretty quickly to a more apologetic one. I'm sorry, Chan. I'm just so tired, especially lately. Even though being with Chan is fun, she has more energy than me. Teaching on top of that would be too tiring. I don't have that much stamina. Sorry. She doesn't seem very tired, shouting this statement with her usual cheer and vigor. I know it's wrong of me to keep persisting her like this, though. Actually, Chan and I were planning to go shopping today. It's our last chance to pick up some souvenirs. Souvenirs, huh? I almost forgot I was on vacation. I understand what you're saying, though. Teaching doesn't seem to be so easy. Hideki asked me to teach him how to sign. I was unbelievably lost this whole time. But I wonder how it'll work out for you then when you become a sign language teacher. Yeah, you can't get tired too easily doing that. Yeah, right. I hope not. Chan, now I'm kind of worried, but souvenirs, so some other time, Chan. Do you want us to get you something too? Just because I understand doesn't mean I want her to teach me. I don't want her to teach me. I suppose I can press her for any further now, though. Even I'm bothered by how selfish it would seem to do so I give up. Nah, don't give me anything. I'm serious, don't surprise me with a funny shirt or something, okay? And then she laughs. I don't like the sound of that. Slipping on her shoes, she yells goodbye to the otherwise empty house and opens. Where the fuck's the dad? Where the fuck's Hideki? What the fuck have they been doing? Fucking. And again, they just fucking skip past a few days, and it's just like, hey man, we could have been. I have problems with this act. This moment with Shizune was awesome, right? And we kind of were able to build up some characters like Hideki, and we kind of know a little bit about Jigoro, right? And then Misha got a haircut, so that's cool. But like, and then the whole moment with Lily and Akira, that was fucking cool to see, right? But this act feels rushed. Like, okay, now a few days have passed. Why? Why can't we fill in some shit in there? Why was Jigoro only seen for like 3 fucking scenes? The argument, the garden, and then inside the house. That's it. Fucking no. That's 2. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck you. I don't know. I feel more could have been added to this, in my opinion. More development. Sprinkle some shit here and there. But it is what it is. Slipping on her shoes, she yells goodbye to the otherwise empty house and opens the door to leave, letting a cool breath of fresh air into the hallway. A tuft of dark hair peeking from the door frame tells her Shizune is waiting for her outside. Hey, good morning. Measure translates for me from beyond the doorway, and Shizune turns around to give me a small wave. Even though it's different from her usual offhand greetings in the smallest ways, there is an unmistakable hesitation there. It leaves me with a vaguely empty and distant feeling. That sucks. Hey Chan, you're up early. Am I interrupting a conversation? No, I was trying to get Misha to teach me how to talk to you, but I guess I was being impatient, and it can wait. You two were planning on going shopping today anyway. Having Misha there, I forgot to sign my words as I say them. Unfortunately, since Shizune moved to fill the doorway, Misha's behind her, this brief misalignment on our positions mean that what I'm saying is totally lost on her. I don't understand you at all. What? Hey, don't whoa, that's fucking rude. What the fuck? What the fuck have we missed? It feels like there's deleted scenes that I've missed here. Oh, that sounds it. We gotta fuck Misha. There are things I want to say that I can't put in a way she would understand. And there are entire conversations that she could have that would go right over my head. And I want to tell her now that it won't be that way for much longer. Instead, I just say, never mind, and tell them to have a good time and wave them off. This seems fucking depressing, dude. It seems like everyone is out for the day, so I sit down in the biggest and most comfortable looking chair in the living room with a book. Not a sign language book, but one of the novels I checked out of the library in my first week. That was so long ago, I should really start chipping the pile at the pile of books I borrowed, or at least return them. Oh, no. Why? 16 pages in, Jigoro walks into the fucking room, a stack of papers in one hand and his sword twirling idly like a baton in the other, casually shaking water from a recent shower from his hair. Upon being seen doing something so ungentlemanly, he freezes like a deer in the headlights and slowly moves on, smoldering with powerful but baseless fury as he sits down on the couch a few feet away. This is the only 3rd time I've met him. I'm already starting to feel nauseous on reaction. I guess in a way this could be considered a kind of charisma. I haven't even said anything and he already seems to less than pleased. It's likely a bad idea to provoke him, and just talking to him may count as provoking him. However, I can't help but thinking of the alternative situations that could play out. Let's say I don't move my mouth at all and walk away. Maybe go into my room or outside. That would definitely go down as an unforgivable insult. He would probably tell me to hold it and destroy me. Either way, not too polite on my part. What are you reading? The draft from my autobiography. It's the story of a man who wakes up and finding an uninvited guest in his living room, sitting on his chair, reading shallow literary dreck. I've barely started reading the book, and I don't even have an opinion on it yet. I can already see how this conversation is going to play out, so I might as well try to steer it in a different direction. Where's Hideki? He even asked questions rudely. Disgraceful. That aside, why would you even ask Mrs. Shibukasun? How would I know? Am I my son's keeper? Well, you are his dad, and he seems like he does live here, so, but I guess I can't say that, tempting as it is. You should. Fuck him. I give up. I've already tried to make small talk with him and failed, and it's like trying to talk with a brick wall that also hates you. That's my cue to leave and sift through my wallet to see if I have enough money to go to a movie. As I'm about to stand, I have second thoughts. I'm too tired to go through trying to smooth over my problematic situations by trying to continuously walk away from them. It's hypocritical of me to get upset at Mischief for trying to defer things when even I run for my own girlfriend. When Jigoro attempts to stop me, I'm almost glad, even though I'm no longer have any intention to leave. Wait. He says it with plenty of authority, but nothing else. But as if it's just a particularly commanding afterthought, only a very powerful or very arrogant person can tell someone to hold on in such a matter. I'm sort of impressed. You're the student council, Shizune, aren't you? What's your job there? I don't think there's any specific roles other than president. Shizune is always trying to round people up to help out there. Usually we might get like one person to pitch in, but otherwise the three of us do whatever needs to be done. It crossed my mind a couple of times around when I first met her. That Shizune's distinctly analytical stare might be because of her deafness, but it turns out it's a trait shared by everyone else in her family. And that is okay with you? Why wouldn't it be? You, Shizune, that pink-haired girl, huh? Is that really your entire student council? With a student council that small, they wouldn't even bother to hold elections. I'm gonna take a guess and say that you didn't join the student council, Shizune drafted you into it, and you said you did not know exactly what your title is. That makes sense, I suppose, but if you weren't elected, you couldn't be expected to know. After all, if you're not elected, you aren't really anything. No one's gonna respect a student council like that. An unelected body of 3 people trying to scrounge up the equivalent of temp workers. It must be a sorry school if 3 kids having a tea party can handle every issue. What's how small it is to do anything? If the student council get things done, isn't that enough? It's not just a game either. Maybe you should actually come to the school one day. If you can get there on right days, you might even see what Shizune is able to accomplish. Do you think I have so much free time that I can afford to waltz over to your boondocks and watch my daughter's feats of self-aggrandizement? I've never been more disgusted in my life. What you're saying is that they might as well not have a student council, but the fact remains that there is one. And Shizune got elected into it, and for her it isn't a meaningless position. In fact, she works very hard at it. You sound like someone who voted for her. No, I wasn't there for that. Ha! You didn't even vote for her. Well, besides that, why don't you ask Hideki about this? Shizune has wanted to be the high school student council president since middle school. She would have him read all her practice speeches, wasting his time. For what reason? This whole time! He hasn't even looked up from thumbing through his manuscript. It's getting increasingly frustrating. Because it isn't a fucking game. We don't run the school, but it's not like we're just playing at it. It's not taking it seriously. I wonder if it's so wrong to not be a purist. I've been to your school. Really, the students there. I can already think about a million things he's gonna say, and I'm preparing for my heart to sink on hearing any of them. It's funny. They're probably things I've thought before. They don't even have a cleaning duty. That's not what I expected at all, but he's also wrong. They do actually. I should know. I gotta skip on it since I'm student council. The concept of being wrong confuses Jigoro. I should take this opportunity to go on an attack. It's really odd that I'm thinking this way with a simple conversation. You're sounding like Shizune. It sounds like the last time you were there was really some time ago. If you can leisurely write some memoirs, you can talk to Shizune now and then. Don't you think she has the stuff she is proud of? That's how young people are. You have things to be proud of, and if you're writing an autobiography, you should understand that. Such an opportunity, I blew it. I don't know how I was expecting him to react, maybe introspectively, but Jigoro only grows angrier by the second. Yet, as he does, he also seems calmer in a way. More sure of himself and in control. This is when you drop the bomb that you fucked his daughter. Who do you think you are to assume that my life is so easy? You haven't even read my biography, yet you were able to tell me how I should handle all my affairs, including dealing with my own daughter. You can never understand that. Even if I were to get up from this couch, walk over to you right now, and punch you in the forehead with brass knuckles with a condensed edition of my life story on them, leaving my biography and print on your face, you would not understand. For 12 years, Shizune did not talk to me, because she can't. Even though I hired multiple tutors and interpreters of all sorts for her to try and get her to become normal, it isn't as simple as you think. Excuse me? If she does not want to bother with me, then fine. I assume that is normal. When was the last time you talked to your parents? It has been a while, and I feel ashamed. More than that, he caught me then at how easily I could have dropped my parents a phone call or sent them an email or even a letter, and haven't. This knowledge only makes me feel more ashamed. Oh, I thought so. If I wanted to see my parents, I couldn't. This is different. You aren't that far from her. It's a one train ride away. That's enough. No means no. You were very persistent. If only it was about something that mattered. I can't see that you have what? I can't see what you may have learned from my daughter aside from that and how to backtalk people. Is that it? The answer is yes, and I wasn't this persistent or argumentative before meeting Shizune and Mishra. After all, prior to meeting them, I just experienced a small death, and it's a mystery as to why I refused student council in the first place. I gotta calm down. Possibly it was from YouTube notification. Possibly it was from trying to get away from their nagging so much that I was able to get my energy back. It's a cute ideal. I think again about what I'm still here. Arguing with Jigoro is pointless, yet I think I almost looked forward to it. And he's right. I cannot understand him. And even if I did, he wouldn't care. I'm a louse that crawls on a well. Excuse me. Wholly insignificant. He has a confidence that I don't have. Shizune does, and it could be that the reason why I'm here now in an almost shouting match with her father is because some of that bravery is rubbed off onto me. However, I don't have anything to keep it going. Still, I hate him. I don't know what I can do. A few months ago, I think I would have punched him and let the consequences play out as they may. But now, I can't risk it. If I were to hit him, he'd likely kill me. So in the end, the only thing I could do is look at Jigoro in silence, knowing that I have no reply and I hate him. If I'm completely at loss, Ali, he takes that as a defiance. Fine then. Have fun with that. Picking up his sword and using it to pull himself onto his feet, he turns and casually saunters out of the room. I want to throw my book after him, but I'm happy to finally be alone, even if I'm not in the mood to read any longer.